Alright, so here we have the hunter's cuffs. We use these for a hunter captured Kira. The outer hard layer from a PVC coupler that we cut in half and then half again lengthwise. Took a light decorative hinge and riveted those in on the inside with a little gap. I think we only had the 10mm EVA foam, so we had to Dremel that down so it would fit around the wrists. We integrated these little rare earth magnets into the edge of the cuff so that it would lock together like that. We held them together with basically just nylon cord wrapped through this central PVC piece. We just have the caps and then basically nuts on the end there for detailing. All very simple, very, well, simple. The center is simple, everything else is quite complex and challenging.
Fuel cell, very explosive.
So these are the fuel cells completed. This was cut out of some PVC pipe. We used some of the particle board, cut that out and popped it on for the caps. We cut a little hole in the center. We made this attachment here. Made this out of speaker and then some plumbing parts. Once again, more masking down here. A little bit of spray paint, stencil, and spray painted on a logo. And then you just see them get carried around. So here we have the vibroblades. We have two versions. We have the Hero version, and then we have the stunt fighting prop. The Hero version was made with basically aluminum billets, cut and ground down. We lacked all the proper tools for working with aluminum because aluminum dust is both explosive and toxic. And also when it overheats, realigns the molecules so it makes it more brittle than it was before. So it was a very tedious process involving hand saws and files. The stunt version is a lot thicker than the metal version, but that's because plastic is softer.
Here you can see the process we go through to form the blades. You got the center mark that determines how far we aim to grind down to. Then here is the thickness of the edge of the blade. So we work that over with a sanding wheel.
We did a layer of gloss black to make sure that the brushed aluminum basically, would shine. Put a layer of clear plastic dip actually 4 layers of clear plastic dip over the top of that. That's still prone to ripping, so we then proceeded to put a layer of packing tape over that to hold it all together. So one piece that starts here and folds this way, so then once you get all that smooth, then you take another piece and start here and fold it that way. What do you think?
That would work.
So that we have double reinforcement on the edge, but also you may be able to eliminate some of these bubbles. And it held up quite well in the fight, though you can see this is the one that was used. So we have dirt in there and some tear marks. It's beginning to come apart, but it served its purpose. The Stormblade hilt we used for the prologue sequence. It's not up to full spec for if we're going to use it as a prop, but it's served for its purpose. You just see it activated in the shield mode. Made the template and then cut it out of wood. Started to shape it and bevel it a bit. Painted it, wrapped the grip, and then put 2 tiny little dots there as track points for the shield when we animate that. This is Hunter's Blaster that Akira then took and used throughout the series. The base structure is an old Nerf gun. We removed the core of it and dremelled out some of the fittings here so we could fit a PVC pipe through it. And of course put a joint cap there. We cut off the place where they put the darts here and just capped that off with scrap pieces of plastic. There's basically a laser sight here that we removed. I actually used a bit of the 10mm foam pads basically as a grill. We took one of the inner workings and used that to cap the end of the cocking mechanism. And this didn't have its original base for the battery pack, so we cut that out of the same plastic we used to make the swords. Base coat of black, a couple coats of black. Took some metallic silver modeling paint and dry brush hit some of the highlights to make it look weathered. We attempted a clear sealing coat, but it caused some of the original paint to pucker up, so we had to sand that down and try again. Catherine made the leather body of this. I constructed a cardboard support structure that once drawn it wouldn't collapse and make it hard to put back in. For the troopers, once again a base stock Nerf gun, cut off the plunger mechanism, gave a butt cap of small lemonade containers, cap, PVC end cap. We actually used some of the EVA foam to close on the bottom here where the magazine would have gone. To bulk it out because it looks really ridiculously proportioned, we took a flashlight off of one of our other guns and just shaved it down and used it as the bulk of the front end to be a grip. Yeah, it was just the budget solution.